This video is to help with the DeltaMath percent increase and decrease problems. So this first problem is like one of the percent increase or decrease level 2 problems. What is the result when 65 is increased by 34%? So if we use our percent setup, the percent always goes over 100, and then the value goes in the bottom left. So 34% is the same thing as 0.34. So if we do 65 times 0.34, that's multiplying 65 by the percent. You're going to get 22.1. So 22.1 is the change. I'm circling it, but that's not the final answer because it is being increased by this. So 65 plus 22.1 will give us the final answer, which is 87.1. So that's what you do for that type of problem. You find the percent of the number, and then if it's increased, you add it, and if it's decreased, you subtract. The next type of problem is going to be like the percent increase or decrease level 3 problems. The number 45 is decreased to 41. What is the percentage by which the number was decreased? So in this one, we don't know the percent, so that's a blank. We know that 45 is the starting number, so whatever we start with this number, and it's decreased to 41. So the number up here is the amount that it's changed by. So 45 minus 41 is going to be 4. So 4 is how much it's changed by over 45. So it's the change over the original will get you the value. So we do 4 divided by 45 to find out the decimal. So in your calculator, 4 divided by 45. So you're going to get a long number like that. So that's equal to 0.0888 repeating. And then we're going to be multiplying this number by 100. So on your calculator, you can do times 100. So it's going to become 8.88, so on. And it says round to the nearest tenth of a percentage. So we have 8 points, and then the tenths place is this number. So we look here and decide, is it going to stay an 8 or is it going to go up to a 9? Well, this is more than 5, so that means this is going to round up to a 9, and the change in percent decreased by 8.9%. The next problem is going to be a problem like the ones on the percent change word problems. So the problem is, at a car dealership, there were 458 cars sold last year. This year the number of cars sold went down 17%. How many cars were sold this year? And we're going to have to round to the nearest whole number. So we have 458 as our starting value. It's going to be decreasing by 17%, so percent is always over 100. This is equal to 0.17, 17 hundredths. So we're going to take our value and multiply by 17 hundredths. 458 times 0.17 will give us 77.86, and it says it went down, so it decreased, so we're going to subtract 77.86 from 458, the original. On the calculator, I'm going to go ahead and put minus 458. It'll be a negative because I subtracted out of order. I pushed the positive button to change it to a positive. And remember, it said to the nearest whole number, so this would be 380 cars. Because this 1 is less than 5, so it stays 380 instead of rounding up. And then the last type of problem is going to be like, oh, I didn't write it at the bottom here. It's the percent change word problems. In a newspaper, it was reported that the number of people married in 2012 was 135 people, and then it went up by 20% in 2013. How many marriages were there in 2013 or 2013? So we have a percentage that goes here. And then these are just the dates, so those numbers aren't used. This tells us that this happened first. So this is the number we're going to use. So remember, this is equivalent to 0.20 or 0.2. Those are the same thing, 20 hundredths. You could divide this in the calculator to convert it. And then we're going to take this number and multiply by 0.2. 135 times 0.2 is 27, and it says it went up. Therefore, it is increased by that many, so we'll add them together. And if you add these together, carry the 1, it would be 162 marriages. And that's it.